Many of us, we have been called for such a time as this. God has given us something, a vision, a dream, whatever it is. And we don't have the whole picture. We don't know the full story. And we want to just leap. But there's a time, there's an appointed time that is assigned to that thing.
You are not behind. You are becoming. Welcome to Becoming. May you leave here better than you came. You have been called for such a time as this. Somebody somewhere is waiting on your yes. After I gave birth to my son, I started to feel like I wanted to maybe do something, reach out to moms, just get together, have some fellowship, have some community. Life got busy, first baby, so many things to do, so many things to think about. Forgot all about it. I got pregnant again 6 months later and had my daughter. When I had my daughter, that feeling came again, but even stronger. It was like, no, you need to get together with other moms. Just have a little fellowship, do a little something. So I started to plan, put together a date. I had an idea of what I wanted to do. I was ready to go. I sent out the save the date and prepared. When it was time to send out the final invitations, I just had this uneasiness in my spirit, which I did not understand, because I'm like, no, Lord, you're the one that gave me this idea. I would not normally be outside the house any more than I need to be. So what's up? Why am I feeling this pause in my spirit? And the Holy Spirit said, stop. You didn't give me any more information, no details, no further instruction, just stop. So I did. I canceled it. The Lord then sent me on a 40-day fast. I have never been on a fast of that length before, but he was very clear that it needed to be 40 days. So went on this fast. On the final day of the fast, he gives me a vision of a mother's retreat. He tells me who should be involved, what it should look like, everything. And then he says, this is why I told you to stop. You were thinking too small. That's what he was showing me. So that's what I set out to do. This past weekend on May 30th, we had Fill Our Jars, a mother's retreat experience. And the Lord showed up in such an incredible way. And if I begin to tell you the many, many things that happened leading up to this time that just confirmed to me that this is what the Lord wanted me to do, the miracles that happened, the connections that happened, strange help, divine ways made, things that didn't even make sense, it could have only been God. I say all that to say God can give us a dream, a vision, a project, an assignment. And it's definitely him. But the time, you may have a slight picture, but you don't have the whole picture. There are some steps that must take place in between you and the end of that thing. It started out as a thought, a strong feeling, a desire, a pull to do something that was outside of my comfort zone, by the way. And it went to obedience of a small instruction without having all the information, but it was a step. And then after that step became a clearer picture. And after that clearer picture became a clearer instruction. And then a decision that, yes, I'm going to do this. And then a first step. It was that gap between the beginning of the thing and the end of the thing that developed the strategy, that developed the connections, that developed the details of what it was that was going to take place. Time, space needed to happen in between those two things in order for it to take the full shape to fulfill the vision that the Lord had given to me. Esther 4:14 says, if you keep quiet at a time like this, deliverance and relief for the Jews will arise from some other place, but you and your relatives will die. Who knows if perhaps you were made queen
for just such a time as this. If you know the story of Esther, you know that she was very strategically placed in a time and season and space to be used as, a torchbearer for her people to save the Jews. Esther knew exactly what she needed to do, but she took her time, even in the way that she took her approach to get the king to agree to the thing that she wanted. This lady delayed. But she knew what she was doing. There was a strategy. There was wisdom behind what it was she was doing. Although there was a sense of urgency, although she knew exactly what she needed to do, she took her time so that it could be done right and it could be done successfully. She surely knew that she was called for such a time as this. If she would have made one wrong move, one premature move, she may have missed it. Many of us, we have been called for such a time as this. God has given us something, a vision, a dream, whatever it is, and we don't have the whole picture. We don't know the full story, and we want to just leap. But there's a time, there's an appointed time that is assigned to that thing. The Bible speaks of the sons of Issachar, and they were described as knowing the times and the seasons. They knew what to do when. Why is this important? Because there are many people that are connected to your yes. If I begin to tell you the full testimony of this thing, there are many people that were impacted by this vision that the Lord gave me. Not only touched and blessed at the event, but their own destinies changed and shifted. So what if I had missed my time? What if I had done it in my own way? Yes, it was God's idea, but what if I had just ran with it and had not gone back and gotten more instruction, or had not listened to that pause I had in my spirit? Isaiah 60:22 says, "At the right time, I, the Lord, will make it happen." There's no way we will miss our time. There's too many destinies depending on your yes. But God's timing is always perfect and it's always right. So don't be worried. Just remain close. For at the right time, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Until next time, be blessed and be a blessing.